Pedophilia. Definition: an adult that engages in the sexual interest of a child for the adult's sexual pleasure and instant gratification. Something I myself wished and hoped to never be involved with, but until I got a call from a victim of an adult that goes by the following names: Pacbot, Ready Player One, and Zoop. This adult is in his said 40s, and I have never felt so pushed and inspired to tell the story of a victim named The Random videos like this before. This adult will be named as Zoop for the following events of the video. This video is meant for a mature audience and viewer discretion is heavily advised. Now, let us start at the beginning from when the events begin to spiral into a mess of confusion and hate. April 4th, 2022, Zoop and Random would begin to converse about their shared interests for making games. While Random began to build a connection with Zoop, Zoop would manipulate his way onto the Frog Flyers team and would begin to work alongside Random, Derp, Sadred, Gaiohat, and others working on the game. Zoop would begin to build trust and friendship with the group while working on game development with them. Zoop, shortly after joining the developer team for Frog Flyers, soon became, from my inferred perspective, obsessed with Random. He wasn't just liking Random, but gaining feelings for Random, who's underage and is 14. Zoop was told of Random's age and knew that Random was 14. Zoop would soon start to say things in the Frog Flyers Discord server, like, quote, "If one of Random's parents agreed, we could get married." Mind you, this is an adult talking to a 14-year-old. He knows Random is underage, and understands that Random is underage because he's acknowledging that he would need parent permission to marry a minor. Zoop even did a body reveal to the Cat Chasers Discord server and to Random.
Hi everyone from the Frog Flyers Discord, this is Reddy. I'm doing a face reveal and a full body reveal. So here's my face. And here's the rest of me. So I just wanted to say hi to Random.
Zoop, even on call with Random, said, quote unquote, "You turn me on."
Why are you raising your voice? Why are you raising your voice? Calm down, buddy. Okay, so...
Because you turned me on.
What? Bro, what?
Whoa!
Yo, what?
Remember Nick's definition of that?
Yo.
Now, after Zoop did state this, he said, "Do you remember Nick's definition?" Now, there is no clear insight on what this definition is, but with the previous events being mentioned, I will let you, the viewer, determine what this means to you. Zoop has also mentioned, and has heavily suggested to a certainty, that he did have feelings and a love for Random. We can confirm this by looking into a message he sent into the Frog Flyers Discord server, quote unquote, "I have a love for him, and if he comes clean, things would continue." But we can look further into him admitting that he had and gained feelings for Random from himself admitting so.
For the first 3 weeks I knew him, I liked him. I liked the sound of his voice. Big deal. I didn't know how old he was. I thought he was 24.
Now, the claims that Zoop didn't know Random's age is a very fair rebuttal, but many people who were there can testify that Random disclosed his age to the few people working on the dev team, including Zoop, and that Zoop knew Random's age before Zoop started to gain feelings for Random.
Random made it clear to Zoop and us what his age was. Everyone knew, including Zoop.
Random did disclose age, and Zoop knew that Random was underage, but Zoop decided to deny this and still denies this.
Zoop didn't just stop here. Zoop, after the whole ordeal of events, decided to disclose Random's private information. He decided to release Random's private name, face, and birth date. Information Random shared privately with friends that wasn't supposed to be leaked, but was by Zoop. Zoop didn't just want to disclose private information, but also wanted to use his power as the creator of Roborun to spread hate and misinformation about Random, telling his own players in his game and Discord server to go to Frog Flyers and call the creators racist and rapists, along with other derogatory slurs, while also trying to promote Roborun. He did not only do this to Frog Flyers, but also to Cat Chasers, with himself rewarding his players with in-game currency if they bring over other players and talk bad about the developers if they do.
I told Derp, Gaiohat, Zoop, Sammy, and the others my age. Zoop knew my age but still persisted in gaining feelings for me. After I told him I felt uncomfortable, he decided to dox me. He decides to deny this fact and manipulate others to believe his lies. Zoop has even gotten his own players go in my game and call me slurs and a rapist. He has hurt me in a way I will never be able to repair.
Minion Lover 69, a Discord user that was sent text from Zoop that goes as follows. Quote unquote, you want to still watch me jerk off a week's worth of cum? And even further acknowledged that this wasn't okay by stating, quote, the only thing illegal about it is being in VR while I jerk off while we talk, and maybe a picture of what's left over, lol. He is full knowingly understanding of what he is saying and understands that there are illegal consequences, as well as himself saying and even having the audacity to say LOL after a statement. But it doesn't just end here. Minion has also stated that during a call with Zoop and one of Minion's friends, the Zoop was going to undress and was looking like he was going to take his pants off. Minion has also stated that Zoop called him hot and that Zoop wanted to see Minion's face. Minion is 13, and Zoop had full knowledgeability of Minion being a minor. But take the previous actions stated with a grain of salt, as there is no hard backing evidence of the events occurring besides 2 witness testimonies.
I met Pacbot about a week before he started sending me sexual messages. Once on call with Pacbot and Fish Meadows, Pacbot started to undress and was looking like he was going to take his pants off. He stated before undressing, quote, I mean, there's a lot of things that we can do together that aren't illegal. Technically, we could get married, end quote, and then started to undress on camera.
Zoop owns a game called Roborun. This is a VR game much like Gorilla Tag, but he offers interesting ways that get him monetized. He offers a permanent unban for players who pay $10, and often has been known to threaten the players that he will ban them if they don't buy a cosmetic, forcing the player, in most cases of it being someone of a young age, feeling forced to buy and give money to Zoop. In some cases, he has asked for hundreds of dollars, threatening and extorting his own fans and trusted players, along with him trying to flex his own earnings on his game through the Oculus Analytics, which is against Oculus TOS to share your earnings. There's also been made suspicion that Zoop might track and keep your personal IP information, knowing where you live, etc. if you play his game. Take this with a grain of salt, as it is only suspicion. There have also been cases made against Zoop that he has stolen assets from the Fog Flyers team and he has refused to remove them, and that they are still in the game today. Over the past year, there has been a Discord server devoted to exposing what Zoop has done, and it consists over 80 people, almost 100. These people that are in the server include longtime moderators, close friends, and people who were involved with Zoop. The server contains images and videos of what Zoop has done, although not all of it, but a good portion of what Zoop has done. The reason I mention this is because I think it's important to recognize that over 80 people have joined together after hearing and seeing what Zoop has done. Even people who knew Zoop for years are on this server and do not support what he has done and have spoken out against Zoop. But the civil action against Zoop hasn't just been on the Discord side of things. There has been videos posted onto YouTube trying to show people who Zoop really is, and trying to stop people from being extorted or ending up in a bad situation involving Zoop. A comment from one of these videos about Zoop goes as follows. I used to be a moderator for Roborun, a senior moderator to be exact. Zero had messaged me and we both talked about how much a bad person Zoop and the other co-owner, Nick the Brick, is. We both decided to leave Roborun and block both Nick and Zoop. They never banned us, and I've never joined or played the game since. Zero has been trying to get people to leave Roborun by showing all the evidence. He has gotten few people to leave, including you. I used to make fan art for the game, and I also made things for the game that would be used inside the game. The Noah guy at 445 is me. Zoop doesn't have proof that the screenshots and everything is fake, and all he does is deny them. I hope more people know how much of a bad person he is. Thank you for making this video, even if it's unlisted. Nick, why are you guys calling me? You guys are both Roborun developers. You work for Pacbot. Why are you calling me?
Jaxx, we both left Roborun.
Why?
Jaxx, just take a look at what I sent you. It'll explain everything.